This is Real News Media TV, coverage you can trust. Please like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates. Victims in fatal Manchester crash identified. The police in Manchester have identified the two victims in yesterday's fatal crash along Greenville Road in the parish. The deceased are Marvin Thompson, 36, and 28-year-old Oreen Hanson, who are both from St. Elizabeth addresses. It is reported that about 6 p.m. on Wednesday, the two men were traveling in a Honda CR-V motorcar heading from the Greenville area towards the New Green roundabout. It is further reported that Thompson, who was the driver, overtook a line of traffic and subsequently lost control of the vehicle, which spun into the path of an oncoming truck. Both vehicles collided. The men were rescued from the damaged vehicle by firefighters who were called to the scene. They were rushed to the Mandeville Regional Hospital, where they were pronounced dead. This is the second major crash to occur in the parish over the last 4 days. On Saturday at approximately 7:30 p.m., there was a 3-vehicle collision along Manchester Road involving a Toyota Corolla, a VW SUV, and a Nissan motor car. According to the police, the driver of the Toyota Corolla collided into the two other vehicles and sustained injuries. He was later rushed to the hospital where he was admitted. The other drivers were not seriously injured. The police continue to encourage road users to adhere to the speed limit and other rules of the road. Ballistic tests confirmed a policewoman's weapon fired at Pathways Church. Ballistic tests have now confirmed that the gun of a policewoman was fired on the night of the deadly ritual at the Pathways International Kingdom Restoration Ministries in Montego Bay, St. James. A male congregant murdered during the incident on Sunday, October 17, was shot and stabbed. The throat of another congregant, Tanika Gardner, was slashed. Highly placed sources close to the matter say spent shells recovered from the scene matched the weapon of the policewoman. On the night of the incident, head of the St. James Police Division, Senior Superintendent Vernon Ellis, reported that a pistol and ammunition were seized. He also reported that the police were shot at as they tried to enter the Pathways building to rescue congregants. They had to call in reinforcement. On Monday, the pastor Kevin O. Smith was killed in a traffic crash while being transported by the police to Kingston to be charged with 2 counts of murder, 2 counts of wounding with intent, and 1 count of illegal possession of firearm. Police Constable Arlanda Irons also died in the crash in Bogwalk, St. Catherine. Smith's co-accused, who had traveled in another vehicle, has since been charged with 1 count of murder and has been remanded to return to the Home Circuit Court on November 3. Meanwhile, more details have emerged about the policewoman and a captain of the Jamaica Defense Force linked to the Pathways organization. Sources told the news that on the fateful night, both were in their force-issued uniforms when they escorted Smith in his BMW SUV from his Coral Gardens home to the Norwood Avenue Church. The captain was the driver while the policewoman sat in the front passenger seat. On reaching the church, she reportedly alighted and opened the back door for Smith to get out. It is further reported that the policewoman had been in Montego Bay from 2 days earlier, soon after the captain left the church. The policewoman is said to have traveled on a chartered bus from Kingston to Montego Bay on Friday, October 15, and spent the weekend helping other key lieutenants to prepare for the Sunday ritual at Pathways, referred to as the Ark. She is also reported to have slept at the house of deceased pastor on the Friday and the Saturday nights before the somber Sunday slings. Bahamas launches probe after interdicting undocumented migrants, including Jamaicans. An investigation has been launched in the Bahamas following the interdiction of dozens of undocumented migrants from Jamaica and the 5 other countries. Minister of Immigration Keith Bell, who confirmed the probe, said a Bahamian man is suspected to be the smuggler. According to Eyewitness News in the Bahamas, 5 Jamaican men were among 44 people found on a boat. The other migrants were from Haiti, Cuba, Ecuador, Romania, and Turkey. The immigration minister noted that the apprehension has raised the concerns of illegal harboring in the Bahamas that warrants a deeper investigation. He disclosed that the Bahamian man found aboard the yacht is in police custody and the group is expected to be charged this week. In the Wandon gang trial, a second witness testifies to meeting alleged gang leader in 2016. The second witness in the Wandon gang trial on Wednesday testified that he met the alleged leader of the criminal network, Andre Blackman Brand, in 2016 after he was released from prison. He said he met Mr. Brand through one of the defendants in the case, Daniel McKenzie. The witness told the court he was responsible for transporting Mr. Brand to and from Kingston between 2016 and 2018. He was also assigned to purchase food for Mr. Brand. The witness is scheduled to continue giving testimony today. Stone throwers causing the JUTC to spend millions to repair damaged buses. The Jamaica Urban Transit Company is shelling out several $million each year to repair buses damaged in stone-throwing incidents. Yesterday, Corporate Communications Manager at the JUTC, Cecil Toms, told the news that it cost the company between $700,000 and $850,000 to repair each bus that is damaged. This takes into account the damage to the windscreen or side glass plus any damage to the body of the bus. In addition, it takes approximately 3 to 4 days for the installation and the company suffers a loss of revenue when the bus is grounded, said Toms. He noted that for many years, the JUTC has battled with stone-throwing incidents which have caused injury to some of its drivers and passengers. Over the past 3 years, the problem has been exacerbated. These incidents have caused a massive dislocation, resulting in buses being down for inordinate periods of time, as spare parts which are not available here have to be sourced overseas. This not only affects the operations and the ability of the company to generate much-needed revenue, but also is an inconvenience to members of the public, added Thomas. On Tuesday, the JUTC released the figures which show that between January 2018 and this month, there have been 311 incidents of vandalism. The year 2018 is the highest on record, with 99 incidents reported. This is followed by 2019 with 95 incidents. The JUTC also received reports of 63 cases in 2020. With 2 months to go before the close of 2021, already there are 54 reported cases where the windscreens of the buses were mainly damaged in the incidents. An analysis of report by our security department reveals that from August 10, 2021 to October 16, 2021, most of the stone-throwing incidents occurred in the 3 miles area of St. Andrew, said the state-owned bus company. What is very alarming from that report is that a driver last week sustained a minor injury to his shoulder in the execution of his duty. Fortunately, most of the drivers have not sustained any major injuries. However, this does not mean that our drivers are not psychologically affected by these incidents. This practice creates an unsafe working environment for them. The practice is not only dangerous to our drivers, but also commuters. Imagine boarding a bus en route to work in order to provide food on the table, and while peacefully seated, someone throws a stone inside the bus, hitting you above your right eye, added the JUTC, as it noted that was the reality for one passenger in 2018. That was not the only incident involving the public, as several other incidents have resulted in injury to other passengers. We continue to encourage the public in putting an end to this criminal practice. We have also partnered with Crime Stop and have offered rewards to put an end to this nonsensical and heinous practice. As we have done before, we are again appealing to the public to report these incidents. A JUTC bus costs an average of 30 million Jamaican dollars. It behoves every well-thinking Jamaican to protect this asset, argued the JUTC. Anyone with information that can assist the police to arrest those responsible for stoning the JUTC buses is being asked to report it to the nearest police station. Persons with information may also contact the JUTC at 876-570-1789 via WhatsApp or via its social media platforms. 45,000 Pfizer COVID vaccine doses arrive in Jamaica. Some 45,000 doses of the Pfizer vaccine have arrived in Jamaica. The shipment from the Suriname government came about 10 p.m. on Wednesday at Norman Manley International Airport in Kingston. This represents a portion of 145,000 doses of the Pfizer vaccine that are expected to arrive by the end of this week. At 10 a.m. Thursday, persons who are due their second dose of the vaccine can begin booking their appointments on the Ministry of Health's website. The ministry has said it expects to begin administering the shots on Monday. Suspect in Haitian president's assassination still in Jamaica awaiting extradition. It's been reported that the key suspect in Haitian President Jovenel Moïse's assassination remains in legal limbo in Jamaica. According to a report in the Miami Herald newspaper, the Haitian government is working to extradite Mario Palacios, the former Colombian military officer who was arrested recently in Manchester. The newspaper quoted Haiti's Foreign Minister Claude Joseph as saying he discussed the extradition with Jamaica's Minister of Foreign Affairs Kamina Johnson-Smith and Colombia's Vice President Marta Ramirez. There was talk in Haiti that Mr. Palacios might be extradited to the U.S., which has been working with Haitian authorities to bring the assassins to justice. But because Mr. Palacios is not wanted on charges of committing a crime in the U.S. or Jamaica, where he is being held on an immigration violation, his fate remains uncertain. The Miami Herald says this is the same case with Colombia. Colombia's Defense Minister Diego Aponte told the newspaper that his country has no criminal notice for Mr. Palacios. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates.